So we decided to become a big couple around 2007, and then we were matched with a boy named Austin. He was 10 years old. When we went there to his house, we also discovered he had a little sister named Shawnna. She was 8 years old, and she was being matched to a big sister at that same time.
So she was really bouncing around on the couch and really all excited. And so we went ahead and got matched up with Austin. We started doing things with Austin. And then all of a sudden, Shawnna's match dissolved.
After about a year, her big sister had other life commitments that she had to do, and so Shawnna was left without a big sister. And at that time, we would go over to pick Austin up, and Shawnna sat there, and while she was nice and always had a smile on her face, we just felt really led that, hey, if Austin was okay with it, and we made sure he was eager to allow Shawnna to join with us in our various activities, so we started bringing Shawnna with us too.
After things fell apart with my big sister, I had actually had an older lady who was interested in becoming my big sister. And I had the option to either choose her or be matched with Michelle, and I chose Michelle just because I had knew Michelle.
It just seems like we made fast friends. I felt like a sister right from the beginning. Friendship and being a sister to her was just easy.
I would say that I pretty much enjoyed absolutely everything that we did. When we first started out, we would do activities like we'd go putt-putting. There were times that we would stay and we would play Halo. And sometimes when Michelle and I kicked butt at that.
We've always just had fun together, and even if it was mucking out horse stalls.
We had horses for about 20 years, and so she liked to be around the horses. She liked to scoop up the manure, which is, I don't know who would like to do that, but she did.
Let me tell you, we did put them to work, but in a fun way. We like to teach them that, yes, sometimes there is work, but then there's also reward after that, whether it's a job well done or going to McDonald's or whatnot.
They had took me to Chicago for a whole weekend because I did good in summer school.
It was her dream to see Chicago, so she met some metrics with school.
And I don't think I had achieved it like they wanted me to, but they still took me anyways.
Get to see the Bean, get to just experience the different iconic Chicago skyline, get to see the Willis Tower. So we did all that, and she had a blast, so did we.
Michelle's my role model. She's a very intelligent woman. I would definitely say that she has taught me how to deal with credit cards more, because when I was in school, they taught things like that, but they didn't teach it to the level that Troy and Michelle taught it. They actually sat down and they taught us Ramsey. Yeah, they did Dave Ramsey with us, and that was a big help. That taught me to learn how to balance money better.
Shawnna really got a lot out of that, and she looked for, because they had homework to do too. They had to read a few pages, and they had to write down some stuff, and then we would review it every time we got together. And so some of that still stuck. I still got the books, the original books, and so I might pull some stuff out and test her.
He's actually still incarcerated. So I kind of grew up with more of the mentality that I didn't want my kids to have that type of lifestyle.
She always stayed very positive in the face of that, but I know it was very difficult for her.
It was instrumental that God put us together somehow, right? And that we were there to be a stabilizing force for her. And we could help and be strength for her when she's going through some of these rough times when she was a teenager.
Shawnna has so much determination and so much positive attitude that I was amazed at how well she was able to work through and process what would be a very traumatic time in any child's life. I'm just very proud that she was able to go through that and come out with a very good head on her shoulders and be as positive as she is.
She has done a lot of things that are new to her family, and one of them is graduating with good grades from high school.
I loved graduation. Troy and Michelle were actually there. Troy bought me a bouquet of flowers. We had an emotional moment.
meeting her afterwards and getting to give her a big old hug. And I did have a little tear coming down my cheek. And of course, then she started bawling, right?
We did. He cried. Troy's very emotional. It's gonna make me cry. Yeah. My whole family was proud of me, but Troy and Michelle, they're very special people. Troy and Michelle, they have taught me what it's like to grow up in a stable home and have two people love each other. And I think that is very important for every child to grow up and see.
She has the perseverance and the tenacity of somebody I've never seen before.
I'm just amazed that this little life, this little 8-year-old that from 15 years ago from when I first met her, and she's 23 now, I believe, she's just created this amazing, wonderful little nest and life for her family.
When I was her age, I didn't buy a house. I wasn't ready to buy a house. And here she is. She's doing that. She bought a house, while she's still going to school. She has 2 kids. She's working full time. I mean, and she keeps her head on straight. That's the Shawnna I know, right?
There are children who, they go home from school and they might not get the love that they think that they need or that they do need, or they get bullied at school. If they're a part of the program, Big Brothers Big Sisters is going to teach them that they are loved.